Silly butts, we back. Let's get it.
The very last song on J. Cole's 2018 album KOD is called 1985. This song acts as a warning to all up-and-coming rappers about their inevitable demise, with lyrics telling them how they should manage their money, criticizing their looks, and telling them how their music won't last more than a couple of years. When the song dropped, the consensus was that J. Cole sounded like a grumpy old head complaining about the next generation. Now it's 4.5 years later, and looking back, J. Cole predicted the future with incredible accuracy. It's important to note that the 1985 record probably would never have been made if Lil Pump didn't attack J. Cole first. In early 2017, while Pump was buzzing in the SoundCloud world, he noticed his comment section on social media was flooded with people typing, "Fuck J. Cole." Why? No reason. So Pump ran with it and started trolling J. Cole because it made his fans mad and got his engagement up. The 17-year-old rapper posted a video of him in the studio working on what seemed to be a diss track.
Worst diss track ever.
However, this song was never released and was probably just another social media stunt to add to his long history of social media clout chasing. Cole never addressed the Lil Pump drama until 1 full year later when he dropped his album KOD. The last track, 1985, was where he tried to address Pump and all the new generation rappers. All these dudes poppin' now is young. Everybody say the music that they make is dumb. Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, and 6ix9ine were assumed to be the artists Cole was addressing in the record, but really it was just a general message to all rappers. In 2016 and 2017, there was a cultural divide between young rappers, their fans, and old rappers and their fans. It's commonly referred to as the clout rap era. The young rappers didn't feel like they owed respect for the lyrical rappers or classic hip-hop enthusiasts, and the old heads didn't really deserve it because they were quick to make fun of the young rappers for their image, lack of lyrics, and attitude.
Dang. That's tough. So basically, I do remember that. I know some of y'all remember that too. Back in the day, probably about 6-7 years ago, it was like a huge beef between young rappers and older rappers. You know, I like music myself, and I can recall myself coming to a crowd of men that may be older than me. Some may have been around the same age, but they didn't like the music. Like they said, clout rap era. You know, they considered it to be cap rap. You know, basically saying people were lying in their music and stuff, in their rhymes and stuff like that. I do remember that time though. I don't know. I honestly feel like, in my opinion, music is music. It's not a part of the entertainment business. It's just that it's too many people projecting what they want out of life into the music industry, expecting to get real expectations, real things out of something that is not. That's something that's just fake, you know? I don't think the older head people should have been coming for the young folk. I think they should have been more understanding to a younger gentleman that thinks that he's winning in life. I think they should have been more mature about the way that they handled it. I mean, the way that the older men handle the situations does influence the way that the young men are going to handle the situation. So you got what you gave, and look how it turned out. J. Cole was definitely right, but let's finish the video.
J. Cole has kept the spirit of traditional 90s hip-hop even through the 2010s and 2020s. Some of his fans look at him as like the only hope for hip-hop, which makes him a very easy target since his fans are so passionate about his music. Money, pussy, parties, I was on the same thing. You gotta give a boy a chance to grow some. Everybody talking like they know something these days. Man, they barely old enough to drive. To tell them what they should do, who the f am I? Cole empathizes with the young dudes. The clout era rappers he was referring to focused a little bit more on the image and the lifestyle than the music. They typically had more likes on Instagram than people listening to their songs. But Cole admits that he was also attracted to the lifestyle, and it almost seems hypocritical for him to be giving them advice.
That's why I
heard one of them diss me, I'm surprised. This is obviously where he's talking about Lil Pump. I ain't trippin', listen good to my reply. Come here, little man, let me talk with you. See if I can paint you the large picture. Congrats, you made it out your mama house. I hope you make enough to buy your mama house. Lil Pump 4 years later did in fact buy his mama house.
I did everything I wanted to do. I moved my mom out of the hood, moved my whole family out of the hood.
The only excuse we want to hear is that
I see your watch icy and your whip foreign. I got some good advice, never quit touring, cause that's the way we eat here in this rap game. Rappers are commonly trapped in really bad contracts where they only receive about their tours and live performances, they keep everything. So a rapper might sell 500,000 records and make $100,000, or do 4 shows in one weekend and make the same amount. But when you factor in how much time and effort goes into finalizing and releasing an album versus a 30 to 60 minute performance, you realize how much faster and easier that show money is. Lil Pump and 6ix9ine have resorted to doing tours overseas. They still have large fan bases outside of the USA, and they can still make a huge paycheck. But neither of them really ever do shows in the US, probably because the crowds would be much smaller, which would mean less money, and most likely people making fun of them on social media. I hear your music and I know that rap's changed. A bunch of folks would say that's a bad thing, because everything's commercial and it's pop now. Trap drums is the shit that's hot now. See, I've been on a quest for the next wave, but never mind, that was just a segue. He also hints that these artists shouldn't be trend hopping and making music to satisfy the current sound. After Gucci Gang in 2017, Pump struggled to make noise with another record. Get It, Drug Addicts, Be Like Me, Butterfly Doors. Surprisingly, all these songs did hit the Billboard Hot 100, but faded away faster than ever. Pump undoubtedly had a huge fan base that were eager for him to come up with something fresh, so they would tune into the next song only to realize it sounded exactly like the last one. Plus, people that hated him wanted to see what he was gonna do next as well. The same thing could be said for 6ix9ine. Also, it was most likely his legal issues and gang affiliations that ruined his career. His music didn't evolve much, neither did the names of his songs. To be fair though, there is a
That's about the only thing I can say that the older generation, they got a right to be mad about. Man, they doing too much. Like 6ix9ine, bro, like that whole situation with 6ix9ine being a gang member to not being a gang member, not being a snitch to being a snitch, to beating up people to getting beat up. It's normal. It's human. You know what I mean? But man, you low-key disrespected the whole rap game and everything that the rap culture is about. You disrespected that, flat out. So leading up to where I'm going with, I could understand what other folks is coming from, is that if they could see the stuff that 6ix9ine was doing and the other rappers as well. Like, for example, I'm not saying Smoke Perp and Lil Pump are snitches or rats, none of that. I'm a big fan of Lil Pump. Gucci Gang was definitely my song back in the day. But I could understand where the older generation coming from. Because that right there is not a part of the rap game. Being a snitch is not a part of the rap game. At all, bro. At all. And the fact of the matter that you're still making money off of rap and you are a worldwide known rat. I'm gonna call you a snitch, buddy. Rat. That is literally, hey man, that's like a volcanic eruption on how disrespectful it is to the rap game. Man, I don't know what y'all got going on, but if y'all a fan of 6ix9ine, man, it is what it is, man. Brody in his bag and he getting money, and I can't hate on no man that's getting money, but I can tell you right now, I don't think you should be a rapper no more, bro. I think you should let that go. I think you should let that go.
There's a fine line of sticking with a sound and just making the same song over and over again. As much as people hate on DaBaby, musically he achieved a lot of success by making very similar sounding music for 3 years straight, but who am I kidding? Today it's not looking so good for him either. I know you think this type of revenue is never ending, but I want to take a minute just to tell you that ain't true. One day them kids listening gonna grow up and get too old for that shit that made you blow up. Now your show's looking light because they don't show up, which unfortunately means the money slow up. These could be the lines that cut the deepest, mostly for Smoke Perp. You see, after 1985 dropped, a clip went viral of fans at a Smoke Perp show chanting, and Perp continued the energy of hating on Cole.
Before the show, they were chanting J. Cole because we are kids on drugs, bitch. You know what's going on.
Hey, man, say no to drugs. Hey, no cap. I kind of did this video about 2 times already. And when I went to go edit it, it wouldn't come out right. So now I'm doing it for the 3rd time. But I never heard what Smoke Perp just had said right there. Man, listen. Let me tell you this right now, man. Weed is a gateway drug, all right? If you're going to smoke weed, all right? But know that it's a gateway drug. So don't go nowhere else with it, all right? Me personally, I don't do nothing more than drink water and eat fruits and vegetables, all right? Yeah, y'all seen me in some videos doing some stuff, but that was in the past. You can't judge me on about what happened in the past. I don't care if it was just last week. It was the past, and you can't judge me on that, okay? Hey, Smoke Perp. That was corny, bro.
2 years later, his album Florida Jit sold 5K in the first week. Then in 2022, Perp's 16-year-old rebel fan base was now 21. They grew up and they didn't show up to his tour. His crowds were looking scarce. Started going viral for nobody showing up to his shows.
If they grew up,
Instead
that
of
means they
putting on a
stopped doing
performance
drugs.
and rocking out to the small crowds, Perp would just leave early or cancel his own shows.
And if they are still doing drugs,
Then the
they're
money
part of the
slows up,
5,000
and
that
oh
bought one
boy
of the
was
CDs.
this evident. All of the clout-era rappers have resorted to some cheap Instagram promotions.
Partnered up with High Key Cloud, and so
High
look,
Key
we're
Cloud.
giving away $10,000.
Yo, this is Smoke Perp, and I'm teaming up with High Key Cloud to give away a free $10,000.
They both teamed
What's
up with
guys?
High Key
It's
Cloud?
Los Guys, and I'm teaming up with High Key Cloud to do
Los
a
Guys?
giveaway.
Yo, it's Rich the Kid. I'm teaming
Rich
up
the
with
Kid?
High Key Cloud to give
They
away
all doing promos for High Key
$10,000
Cloud.
It's your boy Big 14. And I done teamed up
Shout out to
with
that boy
High Key
Trippy
Cloud.
Red. Shout out to Ohio.
We're giving away
The
10K
man from the
cash.
Canton area, 44030.
Hey man, I
Blueface,
partnered up with High Key
baby.
Clout.
You know what I
Wireless
mean.
headphones. We giving
Who
away
not?
10K cash.
Lil Xan promoting sketchy crypto coins.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I want you to check out this new token called Marvin Inu. It's super dope, man, and they're about to take off.
Hey,
6ix9ine
R.I.P.
promoting
dude. I think he
multiple
died.
NFT scams. Blueface doing influencer boxing events. It's possible that the pandemic hurt everyone's shows, and maybe these artists could have rode their wave a little longer. But now people are being very selective who they go out and see live. Now you scrambling and hoping to get hot again, but you forgot you only popped because you were riding trends. Now you old news and you going through regrets. Smoke Perp was caught buying Instagram followers. Cuff Boys noticed that every time his follower count dropped below 4 million, it would randomly shoot up by multiple thousands. He also tried to attack Kanye on Instagram for saying that he wrote I love it and Ye owes him $9 million.
My man then bought
Kanye,
Instagram
nigga,
followers.
You owe me like $9 million, nigga. Hit my line, nigga, or my lawyer's
Oh,
gonna
he
hit your
down
lawyer, nigga.
bad.
Just doing anything for clout. Lil Pump did the same thing, posted ridiculous pictures on the internet for attention,
Yeah,
shaved his
man, I
eyebrows,
wouldn't do
claimed he was
nothing
going
like
to start
that if
making
I was
rock
straight.
music. In my opinion,
Simple
he
as
hit
that.
an all-time low when he decided to make a
Do you,
song with
buddy?
the YouTubers, the Dobre Brothers. Hit It If You Know You Lit was the most awkward and horrible song
Hit It
I
If
have
You Know You
ever
Lit.
heard. Pump visibly looked like he hated himself for doing the music video.
I
Then he
would've
managed to
hated
get some
myself
attention when Trump
too.
called him Little Pimp.
One of the big superstars of the world, Little Pimp.
Sure, he could have genuinely been
Hey,
a
man,
supporter,
shout out to Donald
even though
Trump,
he tweeted
man.
"F Trump" during
I ain't
his
gonna cap to
2016
you.
run, but that's
His
fine.
slogan,
There's a dual
"Make
party for a
America
reason.
great
Regardless,
again,"
it was pretty clear that Lil Pump was
wasn't-
scrambling to get hot,
wasn't
and he
even-
would lean into whatever was
He
getting
was ahead of his
attention,
time.
just like the whole reason he said "fuck J. Cole" in the first place. I'm just telling you what's probably gonna happen when you rapping about the type of shit you rapping about. It's a faster route to the bottom. I wish you good luck. I'm hoping for your sake that you ain't as dumb as you look. Surprisingly, the two actually had a 1-hour-long sit-down conversation 1 month after the record dropped to discuss their
Crazy.
differences.
That was like basically like the trend, like, you know, everybody saying F J. Cole, whatever, blah, blah. It was even like serious, like, I f with your shit, your shit's hard, you know?
Thank you, bro. I mean, I realized that in time.
Right, it was all trolling and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Time out. Did y'all hear J. Cole? He talking about something. I realized that in time. Yeah, because that means at the beginning of it, Lil Pump. I'm messing with you, Brody. But look though, Lil Pump. Though what that means is that he didn't know you was trolling him at the beginning of whatever it was that you was doing, saying F.J. Cole. So look, Brody, that plays into what I was talking about at the beginning of this video, man. With these old head rappers getting on these young rappers' ass, man. Stop capping, man. Stop capping. Because you sitting up with 4-5 million followers influencing them people, right? And you are being irresponsible with your influence. You sitting up telling all 4-5 million of those 17-year-old followers, fuck J. Cole. And this motherfucker's out this bitch putting out real music that's actually helping you intellectually. Hey, that's corn shit. That's why these old head rappers was getting on you motherfuckers' ass. And that's probably why some of you motherfuckers don't got a fan base no more. Because as the fan base got older, they realized that rappers like J. Cole were 10 times more realer about the music that they made and about life than about the music that you made, about that temporary ass fucking money that you had at the time being, that you no longer got, that you gotta try to hustle and scum back up to take care of them bills because you changed your mom's and your sister's and your granny's life. Stop capping, bro. You're ruining the rap game for everybody. Silly butt. Let's get
Despite all the respectable and honorable game that J. Cole tried to give, Lil Pump still did everything Cole predicted in 1985. And today, Lil Pump is in denial.
I fuck with J. Cole.
Yeah.
I don't have no problems with him.
Do you feel like he predicted kind of like what ended up happening with your rap career?
Nope.
No.
Because I'm still here.
Sure, Pump is still here in a physical sense, but an extremely small percentage of his audience is interested in what he's going to bring to us next. He's dropping his album in a month or so, but I think we can all agree J. Cole's warning came true, and sadly, these rappers didn't take it seriously enough. The same thing happened to Fetty Wap. He made a series of horrible financial decisions, didn't evolve his sound, and even his own management may have sabotaged his career. But if you want to hear more about that, check out this video.
Hey, y'all heard what he said. If y'all want to hear more about that, comment something in my comment section immediately, because I'm getting on that ASAP. I'm low-key curious to what he got to say about my boy Fetty Wap. If any of y'all been following my boy Fetty Wap, he came out with the banger called Trap Queen, if y'all not hip. Go look it up if you ain't never heard Trap Queen. But I'm going somewhere with this. See, he didn't change his sound and his wave. He kept it consistent, right? Which ended up being the reason why something fell down. I mean, it just wasn't hitting no more, right? You feel me? It wasn't working for him no more. He got older, fan base got older, everything my man was saying. But he stayed true and solid to whatever it was he was talking about when he came to the game. Came into the game talking about Trap Queen, and when he exited the game, he went to jail trapping it with his queen. Hey, it's your boy DtaeNoDinero. We out. Peace. Let's get it.